This set is probably the worst botanical to ever be released. Usually I love Lego sets and it's so rare I even feel slightly disappointed in one. So it's kind of crazy to me with this one that it has one glaring issue that kind of ruined the whole thing for me. It still could be a good set if you just kind of ignore the one issue. First I'm going to get into my rating and then my review, and then you'll be on your way to the next video. Let's get into it. I do my ratings on a number of metrics so if you figure out this set is right for you. Skill 4 out of 10. Overall it's incredibly easy. There is kind of like one weird build technique to attach these leaves, but like once you do it once it's pretty easy. Literally I think you do this thing like 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10, and so for a beginner after the second time doing it you'll find it very easy. Aesthetics 5 out of 10. The leaves on this look absolutely incredible. They do such a good job of giving this an ombre effect, even though like these individual leaves are actually just like solidly one color. The vase here is good, but I kind of prefer the old vase with the stand over this vase. I do really like the stuff in the bottom of the pot here. I think that was a very nice touch. Okay, with all that out of the way, there is one glaring issue, and you probably can't see it 100% from there, but there are so many gray pieces, it actually totally distracts from the look on this. Before this released, I saw it in a TikTok and I knew that there would be a little, but genuinely upon building it, you notice how much more gray is in this set that just really shouldn't be there. And it doesn't look good. All of these leaf attachments have it, but then also these circular ones. So if you're looking at it slightly at an up angle, you see just gray. It looks awful. I really am not happy about this, and we'll talk about it more during the review portion. Durability, 6 out of 10. It's good for normal handling, but it does have this weird shake that goes on to it. I don't know if you can see like how much more this top is shaking than the rest of it. That's a little concerning. It's not falling off, but I feel like it could very easily. Also be a little bit gentle around the leaves. These top bits will definitely pop off very easily if you put pressure on them. Value, 3 out of 10. The fairest way to compare sets like this that are just under 500 pieces to ones like this that are 2,600 pieces is to break down to price per brick. By the way, I'll call it bricks and pieces interchangeably. I don't know why I do that, just know I'm referring to the same thing. Usually when you break down a set's price versus the number of pieces, that will range from anywhere from 6 cents to 12 cents price per brick is what I call it. There are some things that can affect a set's price per brick, like licensed IP. There's no licensed IP here, and weird pieces. Now I do know that these finger leaf pieces are definitely custom. I was messing around online on the Pick a Brick because I have seen these pieces before, but not in this color. You can't order them, which means that these are custom color for this set, so that could affect the price per brick. I believe these exist in like the green and dark green, but I could be wrong on that. For sure one of the greens. This costs $59.99 and has 474 pieces, giving it a 12-cent price per brick. If you remember from earlier, my normal range is from 6 to 12 cents, so this is right there at the high end. I don't understand how it ended up there, if I'm being honest. I know that they had to do these custom, but like it was already a pre-existing mold. I know this custom color piece must have cost a little bit more to manufacture, but they did already have the mold for it, so it couldn't have been that crazy. I feel like at that price per brick value, we should not have gotten any gray within here. Now, if we got these in like that tan color and we've never gotten it before, and then we got these in the custom color, we never got that before, it'd be a little bit easier to understand the price per brick. I don't fully understand why it's so high for this set, genuinely. Time, 10 out of 10. I do this metric based off of the amount of bricks I'm placing per hour. This took me 1 hour and 2 minutes, which pretty much means I put 474 pieces down per hour. Normally, I literally can place like 350 to 425 pieces per hour, so this like flew by. This was very fast. Joy, 4 out of 10. I was really disappointed by this set. Honestly, I tried to not let it bother me so much, but the gray really ruined it for me. You place it, you hope it's gonna kind of go away, and it just doesn't. You totally can see it. It's not getting covered up well enough. I still gave this a 4 out of 10 because I'm happy anytime I'm building, but the OG was so good, and this just wasn't the follow-up to it. It also got really repetitive towards the end. The last 3 bags were practically the same, to the point where I didn't even feel like I needed the instructions to do it. Honestly, the last 3 bags should have just been one giant bag. Overall, C tier. Usually I get so excited when I finish a set and I'm like running to my husband, or I'll FaceTime him if he's not home, be like, look at what I built. And this was one I literally walked in the room and I was like, It was disappointing. I don't have another word for it, but it was so disappointing. I didn't feel happy with this one, and the only reason why I feel anything with this is because I want to have all the botanicals, and this gets me one step closer to it, but it's not worth it unless you really can ignore the gray pieces. Let me explain further what else is wrong with this. This build has 6 bags and no sections. Starting off the build, the first bag was 18 minutes, the second was 20, the third was 10, and the last 3 were all 4 minutes. I was really optimistic about this build from the beginning until the end of the second bag. I thought the color of the pot was fun, and I really liked the details on the bottom. When we did the original bonsai set, they just had us dump a bunch of button pieces in the bottom. That was a weird time for botanicals. I swear I still get comments on my orchid review asking if you just dump the pieces to this day. I posted it like 3 years ago. I'm really trying my best on this one, to be fair, but there were some parts of the build I thought were good improvements, like the area in the pot that wasn't the bonsai. But the original bonsai was $10 less expensive, and we got 400 more pieces. I also think the pot looks good, but if you look up bonsai trees, they typically are on a raised platform or the pot has little feet. As a plant girly, I can tell you this is for drainage. I'm like 99% sure that's why. If you didn't know, I have a few hobbies and plants is one of them. Lego is obviously another one of them. So that little feature being so small it's practically missing was annoying. I was messing around again on the bricks and pieces, which is the Lego pieces buying part of the website. It's like the digital version of the pick a brick wall, but I'd argue it's much better because there's a lot more available. I found 2 pieces that could create that effect, albeit you'd need 4 of each. The brick B16W cross and slide shoe round 2x2 in dark green. And that might not even be the best fix, but that's what I came up with like after 2 minutes. I suspect for about 16 extra pieces, you absolutely could do a good job of making little feet that are way easier to see than these. And I'm kind of dancing around the main issue, the gray pieces. If they were able to make those finger leaf pieces into a new color, I'm not sure why they didn't at least make some of the new color pieces for the gray spots. Or heck, I'd rather see some brown or red versions of these bricks that already exist in this set. The gray really makes it look fake. I hate that this small of a change really affects the set, but one of my Lego TikTok friends posted a video talking about how they didn't buy the set because of the grays. And honestly, it's a sentiment that I keep seeing online as well. When researching, I saw this comment on Lego Leaks about this set, and I feel like it pretty much sums up how I'm feeling. I can't unsee the gray pieces on the Japanese red maple. Objectively, I think they've done a good job, but something just isn't hitting the right note for me. And then they talk about the pot, which I'm not like 100% against, so I cut that out. Honestly, I really struggled with even getting to the point of like scripting this again and sitting back down to talk about it after, because I want to be a positive channel, you know? I genuinely love Lego, and I know a lot of work goes into getting these sets created. I'd be devastated if the person who created this or the team that created this saw my video and then was sad by it. Like, that's not what I want to do. It's really the gray on this one that gets me, and it's probably not even the design team. It's probably somebody above them that thought it was going to be fine looking this way, and it just isn't. I swear if the other pieces had the tan, I would not be complaining at all. I might be like, it's a little expensive. You know, this isn't an S tier set, but like it wouldn't be a C either. And who knows, like maybe most people won't care about the gray and maybe I'm being picky. I can't be crazy on this because there's other people who feel the same way as I do about it, except for they didn't buy it and spend the time building it. I want to have the full botanical collection. Right now I'm just missing happy plants, which I'll be able to get in Birds of Paradise, which is going to be a lot harder to get. And this gets me one step closer to it. And even with that, it's like hard because of course this is the worst, but doesn't mean it totally sucks, because the botanical collection, in my opinion, is just really, really good. Like my standards, through the roof for botanicals. I expect my botanicals, I expect my art sets, and I really expect the architecture sets to be like locked in. It's got a high bar to hit, you know? Like this is not an easy one, but anyways, I just want to say thank you so much for choosing to watch my video out of all the videos on YouTube. I'm sorry that this one was so like Debbie Downer. I don't like to post this stuff, and I was talking with one of my friends about this, and he was like, you gotta post this, you gotta be honest about when you don't like things. So I was like, can I just not talk about it? Can I not talk about it? Can I just talk about when I like things? And he's like, no, it's gonna show people honesty, and this is a hard video to make because I don't like this. I'm so sad. But anyways, I just want to say thank you so much for choosing to watch my channel out of all the channels on YouTube, and I will see you guys next time. Bye!